Hey you guys, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hello when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me. And in just a minute, I'm going to give you a keyword to type in. When you type in that keyword, you'll receive a supply list from me of all the things that we're using tonight to make this project, okay? So tonight's keyword is, wait for it, April, A-P-R-I-L. Type April in the comments. You guys, it is officially April. It is April showers. Big time at my house. My whole backyard is flooded. And Mayflower is coming up next month, hopefully, right? So you guys, I need an extra second here because I've got some news, you guys. Somebody told me that there's a workaround to get around this whole not being able to see comments thing on my live video. And so I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to pull it up this other way just to see if I can see them scroll from here. Okay, so let's see this. Let's see what happens. She said you have to edit. Let's see, you guys, if it's going to work or not. Wow, I'm huge in here. All right, Wanda just typed in a comment. Is it going to work? There's Ruth. Ruth is the last one that I see. You guys, what is going on here? It is still not scrolling for me, even through here. No! I thought maybe. Hold on now. Hold on now. I see Tammy. I see Carol. I'm seeing a bunch of stuff. But I don't think it's right, you guys. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Teresa. Oh, you guys, is it coming through? There's Teresa's. There's a little bit more of a delay than what I want. Hi, Wanda K. And I have to keep scrolling down. Hi, Brenda. Hello, everybody. You guys, I think I might, but I think I might not. Hi, Frankie. Was that the last one, Frankie? Oh, my goodness. It's so delayed. Hi, Sue. Wait a minute. You guys, I don't know. I thought maybe it's really delayed, but I think it might work. Hi, Karen. All right, you guys. So hello to everybody as you guys are jumping on. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm hoping that this will work. There's Dale says, I'm watching you too. I'm just trying to figure out where it's at in the comments. Anyway, you guys, we're here. I'm going to try this and see if it works out. If maybe I can see them a little bit better. Hey, Cammie. Good evening, everybody. Okay, so you guys, usually when I do the keyword April, that is to tell you guys that we're going to do the club project of the month. Hey, Janelle. Hello, Michelle. So I do have our Club Couture project for the month of April already. Now, when you get yours, it's going to look so much fancier than mine because mine just comes in an envelope. But it is what it is. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Carol. Are these even in order? No notification tonight. What? No, they've got to have notifications. Okay, so this is the transfer that you're going to get with the April Club Couture, you guys. It's called the Framed Monogram Font. And this is awesome. Hi, Shannon. This thing is awesome. And we're actually going to do two projects with this tonight because, well, I feel like we have time for two. So we're going to do one short one and we're going to do one that's going to be, I think, probably a little bit longer. Now I actually think they're coming faster on my computer than what they are over there. Hi, Deb. How are you doing? So you guys might hear a bunch of noise in the background, a bunch of loudness going on. Here's the deal. Allie had a friend over for like 3 nights last week, and I allowed Evan to have a friend over tonight and tomorrow night. And the boys being younger and just boys in general are so much louder than the girls are. So much louder. You got yours, Lori? Yay. Hi, Jan. Okay, good. So this is going to come with a transfer. It's also going to come with a can cooler in white, also known as the koozie. And you're going to get 2 ink singles, Candy Apple and Cadet. Hi, Ro. You did get notified, and you're shocked. So we're going to start off really easy by doing the can cooler, which is going to be pretty darn simple. You got yours already, Pam? Yes. You guys, if you're not a designer yet, that is definitely one of the perks of being a designer, is that the Club Couture kit is made available to you early, which is pretty darn great. Okay. Hi, Brenda. Y'all, if you could see my video over here, you got notified on the broadcast channel. That's the way to do it. Yes. Be on that broadcast channel. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to open up our transfer trimmers here. Now, if you guys want to cut this all into 30 pieces, you're welcome to. But I'm just going to use my transfer trimmers or any scissors that you've got. Open them up wide. And then I can just score on that silk screen to separate my pieces. That way my backer sheet stays intact. And I can put everything right back on my backer sheet just the way that it came and slide it back into my envelope just like it came. Hi, Florine. Hello, Carol. Hope you guys are all doing well tonight. Y'all, I was wrong yesterday because that meeting that I was supposed to be on started at 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. And so I showed up at 8:45 and I missed the whole beginning of it. Oh, no. It's okay, though. I still got the gist of it. But I think I got to go back and watch the rest of it. So, there we go. This is actually not as easy to cut as I thought it was going to be because they're not all lined up. And I thought maybe, well, I guess that's because the letters aren't all the same length, are they? Hi, Mary Jo. Is the can koozie for the chunkier can or the slimmer cans? It's for the chunkier cans. It is a regular old can koozie. It's a chunky can koozie. That's for your colas. So instead of pouring your Captain and Coke into a slim, you just drink half of the Coke and then pour your Captain inside. That's what you do. Hi, everybody. All right, you guys. Let me figure out how to open this thing. And we're going to go ahead and get started with this. You guys can see what this club kit is going to look like for this month. Now, I have all the singles here that it came with, Cadet and Candy Apple, but I'm actually going to add 2 more colors with this. Hi, Donna. Yay, hi, Corey. Hello, everybody. I'm going to add a couple more colors with this, and we're going to do black velvet. We're going to do some shimmer gold, and then I'm also going to do the 2 colors that it came with, okay? Hi, Joanne. Hi, Dottie. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with this one right here. This is the one that's got the monogram in the middle. Of course, I'm going to monogram this for myself with an L in the middle. And when you're using your transfer on a textile like this koozie is, or this can cooler, then you don't need to fuzz your transfers, okay? Hi, Kim. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay this right on here. And it's actually larger than it needs to be for this, which is fine. So a little bit of the bottom. Oh no, you guys, my computer just like paused on me. Don't pause on me. So hi everybody. Hi Cheryl. All right, so we're just gonna press that down on there and make sure we got all of our air bubbles. Fast and easy, you guys, is how this one is done. I'm gonna open up all of my ink packet, or all my ink here. Apparently I never finished opening my Candy Apple ink. We're going to take our Candy Apple, our Cadet, our Black Velvet, and our Shimmer Gold. Now, you guys, if you are not yet in the club, this is an exclusive transfer. You can only get this kit if you are a club member in the month of April. Hi, Leah. Hello, Kathy. In the month of April, you've got to be a club member in the month of April to get this one. And we weren't scheduled to do Patriotic quite this early, but due to some shipping stuff, this was supposed to be May's club, and it ended up being April's club. And that's just fine, you guys. That's just fine. Because who doesn't love Patriotic early? And then you've got it for Memorial Day, too, which is awesome. All right, so I'm going to get out a regular squeegee and 3 smalls for this, okay? All right, here we go, you guys. Hi, Nancy. Hello, everybody. I kind of can see your names popping up. And now it stopped scrolling my comments. Oh, there Ruth says, hey, sissy. It's not showing all of them, you guys. It's just not. I don't know. It's better than it was, though. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start off with that candy apple. Do they have extra can coolers, or do we get them elsewhere, like Amazon? If they do sell extras, it's probably going to be a designer exclusive. And then it'll only be after the 15th of the month that they make the extra ones available. So at the moment, they are just for the club kit. But you can easily find can koozies on Amazon. You can find them all over the place. All right, so I'm going to continue to kind of tug and pull at this as I go, because I want to keep the air bubbles out as much as I possibly can. And I'm also going to turn on my little mini iron here. Patriotic you're right, Patriotic is year-round. It sure is. It's never too soon to do Patriotic. So I was actually looking for some stuff for another project to do tonight, and you guys know what I realized? And this is great news for all of you. Last year, I had planned and I had tried to put together Patriotic craft kits, and I did not get them done in time. But I pulled out my Patriotic box today, and y'all, listen here. I have a bunch of ribbon already done. I have a bunch of stuff already purchased for them. I have the boxes for them already, and I am ready to get started on them. Almost. But I don't have my taxes done yet, so that has to be priority at this point in time. I have to get my taxes straightened out and get those to my tax guy this weekend. And then I can start working on those kits. And you guys should definitely have Patriotic craft kits this year. I know I didn't get the Easter ones done, but I'm already ahead of the game for Easter for next year because I got started on those. And we'll definitely have Patriotic ones this year. Okay? Just found a 12 count pack on Amazon for $10. Yeah, you can get these relatively cheap on Amazon for the can koozies. And I'm trying to get right there to my edge, but it doesn't want to go. All right, let's see, you guys. Just make sure that you're pulling it in different directions and try to keep from pushing your paste up underneath. So you really want to just do light-handed. Let it fall into the silk screen and try not to push it in or push it through, okay? Thank you, Pam. I really do try, you guys, but y'all, you guys know. You guys know, most of you, if you're not still raising your little ones in your house, you remember the days when you were. And how every single day you can have a million things on your to-do list that you plan to get done. And at the end of the day, you're satisfied knocking out 5 of them because things just happen. And things happen all the time around here. All the time. And I try to make sure that my kids feel heard, but they don't always feel heard. I try to sit down with them as much as I can and just let them talk and vent and air their minds. Oh, I get it, Tracy. This weather is insane right now. All right, so I've got all my red done. Now I'm going to come in with the blue. And I'm going to do the blue on that inner circle inside here. Hi, Vicki. Yeah, Tracy, I hear you, girl, because my sinuses are going crazy, too. I've been coughing and sneezing and blowing my nose. And all the things. Our backyard is back to being flooded again. But, you guys, I was smart this year. You miss those days? You're enjoying your grandkids now. Those days are rough, though. Let me tell you, I yelled at Evan for 2 hours today to get his room cleaned up before his friend came over. Like, you could have been done, bud, and I could have, like, not had to yell at you for so long if you would have just done what you were told to when you were told to do it. But the battle and the struggle is real. I'm going to miss these days, too. It was sleeting out for you? Are you kidding me? That's insane. All right, I'm trying to go really carefully here. But I'm definitely getting sloppy. And some of this is just not wanting to go into the transfer for some reason. I think I'm going to get out a paintbrush and see if that works better. Because on this one, it just might, because of how small the area is that I'm trying to get my paste in there. Yeah. Yep, we're using a paintbrush today, you guys. Yeah, the weather keeps getting worse before it gets better. So it actually warmed up as the night went on today. So it was cold, cold, cold this morning. It was cold all day long, and now it's warming up. You love the video of young Evan. Isn't that crazy? If you guys didn't see that in my VIP group, yesterday I did our promotions event that I do every single month. You guys, I'm going to pull this up just to, oh, yeah, it's looking good. Our promotions event that I do every single month where I tell you guys about all the new promos that are going on for the month. And I did that yesterday, but as I was on my StreamYard program trying to get things like ready to do the event, tornado watch in Eaton County. Oh my gosh, Kelly, take cover, girl. Oh, it's a watch, not a warning. Keep an eye on that then. Be ready to run if you need to. So my StreamYard was like, girl, you're running low on video storage. Because apparently I've been saving every single one of those promotion events that I've ever done has been saved on that program, and I didn't even realize that. So my first ever one that I did was March of 2022, and Evan was probably, oh my gosh, how old was he? He wasn't 5. No. He would have been 4, maybe, in that picture, in that thing. He was probably 4. 4 years old. And he climbed up on my lap and talked to me while I was doing my promotions event, you guys. And it was just the coolest little throwback to him as a little guy. All right, you guys, we've got that out of that circle done. And now I'm going to do these little dots in the gold. And because we're working with ink, we do have a little bit more time to work, but I still need to get this pulled up pretty fast, okay? April is the keyword. This is going to look really cute when we're done. So I just want those dots there to be the gold color. And I don't normally use the paintbrush. I love the squeegees, but for this and the fine detail of it, the paintbrush is definitely working out much better for me. So you guys might want to consider that. All right, we're almost done, and then I can pull this up. You guys, let's take a look and see how this looks. Had tornadoes come through our area. Thank goodness they were either north of us or south of us. No! So glad you're all right, Wendy. All right, here we go, you guys. I'm going to pull this up. Look how awesome that looks. I got a little bit of a bleed right there. Very, very small one. But that is such a cool, patriotic looking one. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, you guys. Towels. Hopefully I still have some. So if you guys missed that video, go check it out. It's a little video of Evan asking me for something. Climbing right up onto my lap. He doesn't do that anymore. Now he runs away from me. And he's felt like crafting in a few days. Guilting yourself. No, Pam. I think it's the weather, though. I think it's the weather. I was actually really, really lazy today. I mean, I got things accomplished. I was able to go live today, so I got all of that stuff done. But, you guys, I had very little motivation to do much of anything. But I did go to Sam's Club, and I got our Sam's Club that we needed. Because the kids were out of, like, everything. Like, everything. Hi, Tina. Happy Thursday. All right, we're going to dry this up really quickly. Now, you guys, honestly, he went a Cuphead costume. Cuphead. And I brought him into my craft room and I showed him the video and I'm like, dude, do you still want that costume? And he says, no. Cuphead. Oh, this is so cute. All right, you guys. So really with this, if you have a high-powered heat gun like this that gets really, really warm, you can, this will be enough to heat set this on a koozie. You don't have to use an iron for something like this, even with ink. On a shirt, I would press it because you're gonna wash a shirt multiple times. On a can koozie, your only real worry is like sweat from your glass. You were in bed at 10 a.m. and laid there for a while. I didn't go to bed until like, I don't know, 2 last night. I guess it's one of the good things and one of the bad things about my kids being on spring break right now is that I've been staying up late. All right, you guys, I'm going to put my initial in here, the letter L for Laura, right there in the middle. And this is going to be my personalized can koozie. So this is the club kit. You can paint white. Yes, I could paint that. I could use ink and then just go over that right there where it bled a little bit and paint that in with some ink and cover up that red. And I do have some red on my hands too. It's dry though because of that dryer. All right, so we're going to try to do this quickly. And if possible, in as few swoops as we possibly can. No, the heat press will not melt the foam layer. I have used heat presses on here before. All right, I think my L is completely covered now. Yeah! There we have it, you guys. My own little monogrammed can koozie for patriotic season. Got a 17-inch wood round from Walmart and the handles from Michael's Dollar Store and Clarence. You're going to use the new B. That's all I got out of that because then it goes to the Seymour. Okay, you guys, super, super cute, right? All right, let me try to just dry this up. And then I'm going to put my little can in here so you guys can see it. So that's the kit right there. But we're not done yet because I'm going to do one more project with this because this was really, really fast. I'm not going to do the back. Nope. Only because I don't want to have to wash my transfer to do my second project. So we're going to use the other piece that would go on the back. And you can do the back. There is a section right here for just plain stripes that you could do on the back of it to do both sides. But you guys, there's my slim can. The slim can does fit in there pretty well, but it is a little bit loose. And there's my little can koozie, you guys. Super cute. Super cute. Okay, we're done with ink. Now we're going to do a paste project with this same transfer, so you guys can see you can use these in so many different ways, and that the can koozie is not the only thing you can do with this transfer. Remember, you can wash them and you can use them over and over and over and over and over again, okay? So we're going to start off first by painting some pieces. Painting some pieces. Thank you, Ruth. And to paint pieces, I always have to cover up. You would try to sublimate on it, so it would probably work. Yeah, Connie. Let me get out some paper here just to cover my area. And I've got a bunch of wood pieces that we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off by painting them white. Okay, so tonight we're going to use a wooden block. I get these at the Hobby Lobby in a kit. There you go, for the Toronto Blue Jays. There you go, Shannon. And then we're also going to do 3 tumbling tower blocks, but I'm going to go ahead and just glue these together how I want them first. That way I do less painting. Hi, Jen. So I'm going to put 2 of them. One on top of the other. And then the other one I'm going to put on the back side to make a block that's thicker, okay? And with this done this way, oh, that's right, it's going to be like this, okay? It's going to fit on there just like that, just like that. Well, welcome, Jen. Carol said she was sublimating on them and she was selling them. Welcome to my page, Jen. All right, so we're going to take some Waverly in the color Snow White. Snow White. And we're just going to give these a good painting with the Snow White. Now we're going to have to rotate them and everything, okay? And so we're going to use my dryer, my heat dryer. And we're going to paint these pretty darn quickly, I think. Oh, that's right. I also have 3 stars, and only one of these is going to be white. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I do like to pour mine. Oh, you guys, I have so much stuff in here. I do like to pour mine into a color tray just because it makes it easier for me to paint out of. And then I'm not dipping my brush in the jar and getting it like all the way down in there and having it on my fingers and everything else. Thank you so much, Ruth. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this. Let's do the front and 2 sides. So we'll do the top. The bottom. This is just going to make it easier for holding it, because I can pinch it in my fingers. And then when we come through to do the back side, we can pinch it in the opposite direction, okay? So the 2 sides, and then the front. And we might need 2 coats of this, we might not. We're going to see what happens and how well it soaks into this wood. Some wood just tends to soak up a little bit more than others. So far, so good. That's going to be pretty good coverage on there. All right, then we're going to do our star. I don't want to touch it, but I know I'm going to touch it. I just need something pointy to hold it down with. Here we go. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Use my little tweezers here to hold it down. Makes it easier for me without getting my hands all in it. Without ruining up my paint job. So the brush that I'm using, these are from Walmart. And they are called, they're stenciling brushes. They come in a 2-pack. So you get the thinner one like this. And then you get the thicker one like this in a 2-pack from Walmart. And it's like $3 for the 2-pack. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing on this one. We'll paint these 2 sides. And then set it down. Okay, you're welcome. All right, let's dry this up real quick. And then we can rotate this around. And I think we're only going to need 1 coat of the Waverly, y'all. No, the bunny on my shirt, I bought this shirt from Shein last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I think, whenever I bought it. And when I got it, 2, 3, whenever years ago, it was too small for me right from the store. But I never returned it because, well, Shein ships from a long ways away. And I was just like, maybe one day I'll get to wear it. And guess what? I'm wearing it! So I've been pulling stuff out of the far, far back of my closet. And wearing clothes that have not seen the light of a room since probably before Evan was born. And it feels great, you guys. It feels great. I called one of my friends who's doing the same thing that I'm doing, and I told him, and I was just like, dude. But they've lost, gosh, he's lost like 80 pounds. His wife has lost the same. Thank you, Missy. And they're yeah, happy as can be, y'all. All right, so now we're going to do those other 2 sides that we didn't do before. And then I can set it down and I can do that other front. And this way I don't have a whole bunch of paint all over me. Thank you, Linda. It feels so good, you guys. 42 pounds. 42 and a half pounds at this point. And I'm feeling great. I feel better than I felt in years. My confidence is up. I'm wearing jewelry again, and like, so I'm doing a GLP. And that's, I won't give out any more information than that. I'm doing a GLP. I advise everybody else to consult with their doctor because I'm not a doctor, you guys. And I can't advise you medically on what to do. I watched several crafters. Yeah, we all do different things for sure. Absolutely. So, and I don't regret it for a second, you guys. Not for a second do I regret it. Hopefully I can maintain it, though. If I didn't lose another pound from here, I would be a happy camper. Honest to goodness. Honest to goodness. But I'm not going to stop yet. I want to see how I'll feel at 50 pounds. You just did your second shot yesterday. How are you feeling, Missy? The only side effect so far that I've had is just basically that I'm cold. Still waiting to get your GLP-1 approved. My doctor sent it an appeal due to your medical condition. Fingers crossed. I hope it works out for you. Because it's been a miracle for me. So hi, Darlene. All right, you guys, so now that we've got those other sides painted on this, we can paint the last couple here. There we go. And I probably don't even paint this side because I'm going to put that one down and glue it, but we're going to paint it anyway just to have it done. Oh, I guess we have another side here too. There we go. You had a stroke. What was that? And just watch now. Oh, Nina. Yes, absolutely, you guys. You can watch anytime. The information here is absolutely free. My tutorials are free. My VIP group is free. I don't charge for anything, but if you decide that you want to purchase these, I'm just here to teach you guys. Oh my gosh, Tracy, that's amazing. Tracy's lost 100 pounds, you guys. Wow. All right, let's dry these up. I think I need to put a second coat on my start because that one did really pull that paint in a lot. This really, really, really did soak in all that paint right into that wood. Yeah, so my only advice for you guys is if you want to start, then if you're having issues and you want a GLP, then contact your doctor, talk to them about it. I don't regret my decision. I think it was the best thing I've done for myself in a long, long, long time. But I do feel like I'm cheating at weight loss. All right, let's flip this over and do a second coat real fast on the other side. That dryer dries it so quickly. There we go. All right. I think that that's all the things we're painting white. Now we have 2 more stars. And here, you guys, it's red, white, and blue all the way. So we've got 1 white done. We still need to do a red one and a blue one, okay? So I've picked out a couple of Waverly colors. And if you want to use your chalk paste, you absolutely can. But we're going to do Waverly in the color Ocean. I need to shake this. I can already tell. And it's dry. It's dry. All right, and then we're also going to do one that's called Crimson. Crimson Red. Crimson Red for the red and Ocean Blue for our blue. Man, the tops of these are really dry. All right, I'm just going to grab a small thin paintbrush, you guys, and see what I can grab right off the edge of the jar. Because we don't need a ton. We really don't need a ton. I can't tell if John's got the television on or the boys are up here messing with him, and he's trying to watch a movie to fall asleep to. I hope the boys aren't up here messing with him. It was my idea to let that boy have a slumber party on a night that Dad has to work. But they gotta leave him alone. They've gotta leave him alone. You're on the highest dose and never had any side effects? Hi, Belia. Are you cold all the time, though? I'm freezing all the time. I cannot wait for summer. Cannot wait for summer to not be so cold. All right. We do have to flip these over and do the other sides, but these aren't soaking in that paint as much as the white did. Maybe because of the color pigment on here. Hi, Carrie. So I think we only have to give one coat on each side for these ones. Whoa, oh, that was, oh, Carol, did you just send stars? Because it actually did like a thingamajigger. It went like, achoo! It was like the AOL thing. It did, and Pam sent it too. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like the AOL thing that says, achoo, you got mail. Hi, Donna. Thank you so much for the stars, you guys. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. All right, we're going to flip this over, do the other side real quick, and then we can start assembly. Assembly, you guys. I love the assembly part of crafting. Putting it all together. We're going to chalk paste on here. We're going to use our transfer on here. We're going to make this look amazing. What was that? You waited for me because you thought my message was... Shannon, no! It wasn't an April Fool's joke. We did play an April Fool's prank on John, though. Actually, 2 of them. We put bubble wrap under his mattress, and he realized that when he sat down, and he just slept on the bubble wrap, you guys. And then we took his drawers out of his dresser, and we switched them around. So in the morning, he was looking for his socks, and instead he found his bathing suits. Y'all, we don't prank hard in my house. It's the small little things, and the only person in the house that got pranked was John. But he's a good sport. He just laughed it off. We didn't do anything serious to him. We just made him look for his socks. Made him sleep on plastic. I did not make my bunny shirt. No, Donna, I bought this one. You only get it paid if you're a diabetic. So it really just depends on what you're doing and what your doctor can pull the strings for you. That's what it comes down to, I think. You gonna get me dancing, Carol? Doing the red, white, and blue dance? Those boys are not leaving him alone. Adam, leave your dad alone! Stars party, we got a stars party. Stars party, we got a stars party. I'm a horrible dancer, and yet you guys do it to me every time. Why do you guys want to see me dance? Carol, I will still not get up on the table. No matter how much you ask. Oh, y'all. One of these days, I'm going to get my kids in here to do a star party with me. You guys, but I have to wait until Evan's tall enough to actually have his head over top of the counter. He's still so short. Crystal, congratulations. He's so short that I have to he'd have to dance on a stool in order to make it happen. All right, you guys, we've got our stars done. some red, white, and blue stars. They look fabulous. And we got all of our pieces all ready here. Now I can clean up. Cleaning up is a breeze when you put down paper. Even all these little pieces that fell off of my jars. You think so, huh, Sue? I think she's going to get me on a table dancing one of these days. Maybe in person, but definitely not live. Oh no, what happened? Okay, I got you back. Definitely not live. But I would do a funky dance at, like, you know, the chalk convention or something. I don't care who's watching. Okay, you guys. So now we've got this big old chunky block here. And it's going to sit like this. Now, here's what I realized when I was planning out this project, y'all. This chunky block that I got at the Hobby Lobby, listen, it's the exact same width as our letters. Your granddaughter's having a boy. Oh, how exciting. She's got 2 girls right now. Aw. So I'm going to get out my surface wax. Oh, thank you, Diane. The surface wax is still out of stock on the site, y'all. But, well, I don't know. You need something like this as a barrier, especially when you're painting on wood. If you don't have any surface wax from the site because you missed out on it before it sold out, watch for it to restock, first of all, and grab you some because you need it. And otherwise, you can use Minwax. Minwax has a clear finishing wax that you can use, okay? And it'll do pretty much the same thing. It's not as good, though. It's just not as good. All right, so once we get that on there, oh my gosh, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to buff that right back off. Thank you so much, Barbara. We're going to buff that wax right back off. Enough of it's going to stay on there. The purpose of the wax is, you guys, to fill in the grain of the wood so that you don't have the bleeding coming out from your transfer, but also it keeps the adhesive of your transfer from pulling up the paint that you put down when you painted it. Yep, get a can from Home Depot. Yep. There's a Minwax from Home Depot that you can get. All right, so here's the thing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use this piece right here. The one that would have been the back of our can koozie. Just the stripes, okay? 7 grandkids. Oh, how exciting. We're going to put this down on here. And we're going to do this in red, okay? And then once we're done, we're just going to move it over and we're going to do the other side of it in red as well. We're going to line it up. So this time I'm using paste instead of ink. And the paste that I'm using is cherry instead of candy apple because that's what's currently in stock on my site. And my cherry is definitely dry. You don't want it to be this thick, y'all. But I'm going to use it like this anyway. And I'm just going to pull up fast and just go quickly. And hopefully I don't regret that decision. So I'm pressing harder though now because this is thick paste. I can't just let it fall into the silk screen because of how thick it is. You want your paste to be the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. And in order to achieve that, if your paste is dried out, you're just going to add some distilled water to it. So I pulled that up and it still worked, see? And I've got that red and white stripe on there. And we're going to give this a dry real quick before we move over to the next section. Thank you. Lance said do Stars Dance again because he missed it. Oh no, Lance, you're gonna have to watch the replay. You'll have to watch the replay, buddy, and check it out that way. That's my stipulation, y'all. All right, so this time we're gonna do the same thing. I'm only gonna have to, I think, overlap just that one line. Oh, what happened there? It didn't. My paste didn't stick for some reason. It pulled right up. That's strange. It's really strange. Oh, the lines are not equal, y'all. All right, we're going to go with it and just do the best we can and see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't pull up again. That was weird. That was really weird that the adhesive pulled up my paste. So hopefully that doesn't happen when I pull this up. It's still doing it. What is going on here? I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's too thick or if I didn't buff my surface wax enough. That's a possibility. Let's add some water. And then we'll clean that transfer real quick and we'll see if we can't do better. Oh, I don't think I fuzzed it. That's probably part of it too, because I didn't fuzz it. See, you guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't fuzz it, so I didn't lessen that adhesiveness. I waxed it, but I don't think I buffed the wax enough, which means there's too much wax on there and it's not sticking. So, we're going to fix it. Because sometimes things like this happen. And I can show you guys how to fix it when it does, okay? Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is try to see if we can stir this jar and get that paste to the right consistency. Now, I don't have a whole lot left in here at all. So it shouldn't take very much water to get this where I want it. But like I said, I've been being lazy today. You've had that happen with a Dollar Tree surface. We're going to fix it, you guys. And this whole idea is going to turn out super cute, I promise. Already so much better. That's more the consistency that we want. So I'm using my multi-tool to stir because the top of the weird side of this is actually the side that gets up into your jar, and it fits our jars perfectly for scraping the sides of your jars. In case you guys were wondering why there's a side that's a squeegee and why there's a side that's like a bent squeegee. That's why, because that bent squeegee is your jar stirrer side. Specifically made for stirring our jars. Okay? In case you didn't know. When you don't have very much in there, this thing definitely comes in handy to get really in there and scrape up all that's left. All right, I have much better consistency now for my paste. So much better. Okay, now what I'm going to do with this one right here, you guys, I'm going to take just a paper towel, and I'm going to do this over my, well, here, just so you guys can see. I'm just going to take a paper towel, and it's dry now, right? Let's dry it again, just to be sure. Just to be sure. I'm just going to take a piece of paper towel and I'm going to rub this to remove any of that paste that's loose. So I'm not sanding it down. And this is also kind of buffing out that that wax a little bit more. Now I am turning the part that's a little bit red. But we're going to deal with it that way, okay? I could always go back in and paint that white if I really, really, really wanted to. I don't think you're going to notice much once we get it finished. All right. Then we got to clean our transfer. This is super, super easy. If you've never seen a transfer clean before, you're just going to add some water. I use a paper towel first to remove as much as I can. Actually, I do this at my sink and just let it run into the sink. Our paste, oh, I bet Arizona would be hard on it. I do this at our sink. You guys, our paste is water soluble. It's non-toxic. It's kid friendly. And it's septic safe, okay? So you don't have to worry about washing this down, your septic tank or anything. It's completely safe and fine to do so if you have a septic tank. And if your great-grandson or your grandson or your grandbabies just happened to put some paste in their mouth somehow, maybe they grabbed your stir stick off your table and it had paste on it, and they put it in their mouths, you don't have to rush them to the ER. Just have them take a drink of water, and they'll be just fine. It is non-toxic, kid-friendly, family-approved, pet-safe, all the things. Okay, there we go. Just got that washed up, and I'm going to use my fuzzing cloth to give it a good dry real quick. You get ads every day on your feed to move to Arizona. I would love to. I loved going there twice a year when I could travel. I've never been to Arizona. I want to go, Pam. I want to come to Arizona. I saw recently, you guys, an ad on my page about it was like a Stanley Cup or something, and there's stickers that you can get for it that's got all 50 states. And so what you do is for every state that you visit, you fill it in with a colored sticker, and then it keeps track of all the places that you've been to, which I thought was pretty darn cool. All right, this time we're going to fuzz it using my fuzzing cloth with the fuzz side, because I didn't do that apparently last time. I'm not going to wax again because I already did, and I buffed off all the parts that were loose. Hopefully this time we have better luck than what we had last time, okay? So let's try this again. Let's just try it again. And I thought that these were all like the same size, but they're not. But they're not. This is much better paste. All right, so I'm going to work fast. Work fast now with a small squeeze, with a mini. That wasn't the smartest move to make, you guys, to go with a mini instead of a regular mini squeegee. Gosh, it sounds like the wind's really picking up out there too. All right. It's still pulled up in that one spot. How strange. Just that one spot. You guys, I'm going to just paint it in. Because I don't know why it's doing that. It's got to either be the surface or too much wax. It's got to be. It's got to be. Dale's been to all the states because he's a truck driver. So it makes sense that he's been to all the states. He comes to Michigan a lot, but has yet to take me out to dinner. Dale. Someday he's going to pick me up and take me out to dinner. I just know it. Carol's going to be with them. They're going to be in Flint. They're going to go, girl, let's meet up for lunch today. We want to see you. And I'm going to be like, yeah. All right, you guys, I think I got it. I think I got it. We've got our stripes on there now. It's going to work. It's going to work. As a Marine, he was in Alaska. Oh my goodness, it's cold up there. I don't ever want to go to Alaska. I mean, to all you who might be watching right now who live in Alaska, like, you're welcome to come to Michigan. It's gonna seem like Arizona to you. But I don't think I could ever live there. Hawaii when he was in the military. Man, he's got it made, doesn't he? All right, you guys, we're hoping for the best with this project. It might be the surface. I don't know what's going on. But we're still going to make something fantastic, okay? Yes, you can wash the fuzzing cloth. But after you wash it, I do recommend going through it. You're in Alaska. Is it so cold there? Like, how many feet of snow do you have, Amy? My cousin lives in Alaska, and it's like, he had to get a new septic tank or something, and it was going to be $30,000. Or a new well dug or something. Oh, the board might have a spot, might not be flat. Something's going on right there. I don't know what's going on. If it's not flat, it could have had a dip where it got too much wax. That's a possibility. All right, you guys, we're gonna get the letters out. USA. If you hadn't guessed that yet. USA. We're gonna make another patriotic tonight. We're gonna do this one. This is gonna be fast now. Now we've got that part going. And I'm just gonna hope that it doesn't pull up again. Carol says she doesn't mind if we go to lunch, Dale. I know the best little spot in August. It was wonderful. Okay, maybe in August. This time of year, though, I'm thinking, like, how nasty it still is here. And, y'all, I just don't know that I can handle that. Again, I'm always cold. I'm always cold. All right, we're going to try to put some more transfers on here. I'm going to give these a good fuzz this time. We're going to put a little bit more wax on top of this. That's what we've got going on, okay? After you wash your fuzzing cloth, use a lint roller. Did I not finish my sentence? I do that all the time. Oh my gosh. Use a lint roller after you put it through the washing machine, because you could end up with hairs and things like that on there. You'd love to do an Alaskan cruise. Do they only do those when it's warm months, though? I wouldn't know. Like, I think Michigan's too cold. How warm does it get in Alaska, like on a warm day? That's the thing too, Carol. Yeah. When you lose weight, it just like, it gets so cold so fast. Warmest month is June. And what's like a really warm temperature? All right, this time I'm using a paper towel. To buff off some of that surface wax, you guys. And we're going to try the letters U. Trying to figure out where my star is going to go, y'all. U. Right there. Get to me. Okay, that's not bad then. I can handle 80s. Okay, maybe I would go to Alaska in June when it's 80. I can handle that. I could handle that. Okay, that didn't pull up anymore and it turned out great. There's our U. And I know, you guys, my colors are not in the right spots. We're going to do our S right here under the second star. It's working! There's S. And then the A at the third star. Okay. Y'all. Oops. '70s are the best and 20-hour days. What? How do you sleep? Y'all have to have a sleep mask, don't you? You have to have a sleep mask. Okay, so there's our block, you guys. It says USA on there. Hope that's not too hard to see. I can see it pretty darn well. I just wish my stripes would have turned out better. That kind of disappoints me a little bit. You hit 90s in April. What? Don't want to come to Florida in the summertime. It's just too hot. I would handle it. Oh, Teresa, I would handle that. Okay, here we go, you guys. USA on the block. We're going to take our little tumbling tower blocks here. And right above the S. Is that how I wanted them? No, I want it this way. Ooh, it is getting windy out there. Right above the S. We're going to put our little tumbling tower blocks with some hot glue. I'm going to try to get that as centered as I possibly can. So you guys, that's what it looks like so far. Okay. And then we're going to take our stars and we're going to glue these babies down. So we got the white one here in the middle. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot something, you guys. You can hear my chimes? I forgot to do something. So we're going to do this really, really fast before I get any farther. You guys, I'm going to use some gold gilding wax. Gold gilding wax is currently last chance for the gold color on my site. So if you don't have the gold yet, you do want the gold. Yes, happy Easter to everybody. If you want to grab the gold, you're going to want to do that before it completely sells out, because once it sells out, it's not going to be another one. So I'm going to take some of my gold gilding wax and a little brush here. And you guys, I'm just gonna, yeah, it's windy. I'm gonna add a little bit of gold because I think my garbage cans might be in the middle of my yard right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of my gold gilding wax right around the edges on all of my, oh, I got a little bit heavy-handed there. It's okay. You don't mind the heat, it's more the humidity. I love the hot days in the summer. I was at Sam's Club today and I was already checking out the furniture, the outdoor patio furniture. And even though I have no plans to get new outdoor patio furniture this year, I was still looking at all of it and just kind of daydreaming about summer. And the days when I can just sit outside on the patio furniture with my laptop and a cold drink while the kids are in the pool, listening to the water splash around and them having a good time and work from out there. That, like, I love summer, y'all. I love summer. All right, so now we've got some gold on our star. Hopefully you can see that. We're going to do these to all of them. Those boys are back upstairs, and I'm going to yell at them. You guys, as soon as I'm off of here, I'm going to yell at those boys. Because John has to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work. And they are back upstairs and making so much noise that I can hear them. And I'm going to kick their butts. All right, so there's the blue one. And the red one. And then we're going to do the same thing and do the gold around the edges of this thing too, around the block, just to add some gold to this. You guys still with me? Son gets a bloody nose, bleeds when he is back 18 months old. He's 4. Oh my gosh. From the humidity? Way too much wax on there. Oh my goodness. I should probably have just used my finger instead of the brush. But it's going to make it unique. This whole part of the star, I have way too much. That's okay. We got it. You hear them? Oh! Your husband gets up at 3. I couldn't either. No, thank you. I have to get up at 6 a.m. when the kids are in school. And spring break, I have been loving spring break because I set my alarm for 8:15 instead of 6:15. And I'm getting a little bit more rest than what I have in the past. And it feels good. Oh, it feels good. Another reason to look forward to summer when the kids don't have school anymore. But next year, Allie's in middle school, and then I got to get up even earlier, like 5:15 to get her to school. And I'm not going to love that at all. Okay, the gilding wax is definitely making a huge impact on this. So much so that I just might gilding wax that whole block on top so that it looks a little better. All right, well, we're going to do it. Okay, you guys, we're this far. So we're school of choice, Carol, so my kids can't ride the bus. We live in a school district that is not a place I want my kids to go. We are a half a mile from the border where my kids could go to the school that we want them to go to, but our taxes here are so much cheaper. So I take them to and from. All right. There's what we have so far. I know that's kind of hard to see that USA on there. I can definitely see it very, very well. We're going to take that white star. I'm going to put a dot on the bottom of each of these. And we're going to just press and hold this right down on that. Sleep is underrated. It feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? So I'm elevating the white one. But I definitely need to wait for that glue to dry. There we go. There's the white one, you guys. And I know it's, oh. I know it's backwards for y'all right now. Give me a minute. School of Choice is bused in the same district. So ours is not. The red one. A good dollop on each of these little legs here of the star, if you will. Each of these points. I'm getting glue everywhere. You're in Las Vegas for your birthday. Happy birthday. Kathy, today is your birthday, girl. Send me a message and let me know. Gotta be in a message. Okay, I just have to press and hold, you guys. I gotta wait for this. They probably are, and I have the best snacks, you guys. I have the best snacks ever. I'm the snack mama. I'm the snack queen. We probably have more snack foods in our house than we have canned vegetables. Without a doubt, we have more snack foods in our house than we do canned vegetables. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Because our house needs snacks. We don't need canned vegetables. No canned vegetables. If it's not corn or green beans, it doesn't belong here. All right, you guys, I think that this is complete. We could doll this up a little bit more with some extra stuff if I had anything in here, but the fact that it is... Oh, wait a minute, I have a couple of things. Oh, you guys, maybe we'll do this. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I have some little patriotic hats. Oh, I think it's cute. You guys, I don't need to glue the hat on here because it'll just stay. But what do you think, y'all? Just the cutest little patriotic thing. Look at the hat. I like the little hat. You could also use some like grapevines that have got the red, white, and blue grapevines. I just don't have any in here because I'm just starting to get my 4th of July stuff out. But I think that turned out super cute. Another thing that you can do with that transfer, we've got the USA on there. We've got the red, white, and blue and the stars. And a cute little decor piece that you could put on your table or on a tiered tray or something like that. Evan did not come up with sandwich ideas. Turn it down like it's Michael Jackson. I think it's hard to tell that it's a star. I mean, I could totally glue it straight. But there we have it, you guys. The second idea to do with our April Club Couture this month. If you're just not quite sure what to do with it, you could do something like this. Add some stripes. Add the letters on there. You can make any words you want to at any time for anything. So make notebooks and put your grandkids' names on there. With any transfer, you can personalize it with that monogram font. You spent $123 on snacks. I get it, Karen. I just spent $115 on drinks. Literally, you guys, on Snapple, water, Hug Fruit Barrels, Capri Suns, and stuff like that. You could definitely do something similar for Canada with the maple leaves. Absolutely. So there we have it, you guys. There's our April Club Couture. We've got this project done with it. And then we also have our can koozie. And we've got some little patriotic stuff. So if you guys are not yet in club and you want to join, you can join. It's this amazing craft subscription that's mailed right to your house every single month. This is the kit for the month of April. Again, so many things you can do with that transfer. And if you decide that you want to join club, joining Perks First is the best way to go, because then you're going to get a 30% discount on the site all day, every day on everything. Exclusive perks, exclusive perks discounts. You're going to get a free jar of our color of the month right now if you join by the 13th. The 13th. Yes, if you join by the 13th. And you're going to get 30% off your club subscription. Okay? All right, you guys. That's it for me for tonight. Don't forget, buy one, get one free transfers right now going on the site. And we still have that huge Easter sale as well. So I'm Laura, you guys. If you have any questions about anything, please do send me a message. I do not go live on Friday nights or Saturday nights. Hence why the boys get their turn, because Mom can actually watch them at night. And I'll be back with you guys again on Sunday. So have a great weekend. No, I probably won't be back on Sunday, you guys. It's probably going to be Monday because Sunday is Easter. Let's see what's happening. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It'll be an Easter surprise. I'll let you know. Anyway, you guys have a great weekend. Happy Easter to everybody, and we'll see you soon, okay? Bye, everybody.